everybody, it is me, Ryan from Ryan Studios, and I'm back with another video, and this is the Spider-Man Far From Home Hydro Man Attack. It is recommended for ages 7 and up. The set number is 76129 and has 747 pieces and includes 4 minifigures. Now let's get right into those. So this first minifigure here is Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. He has his accessory is kind of the hood. It's like a hat piece, but instead of that, it's Spider-Man's cowl, and I really do like this piece. It kind of looks weird though without the kind of lines, but I still really like it nonetheless. And you could take Peter's hair off and put it right here, and like it looks okay. Not the biggest fan of it. But I do like his face print. I do like it, but the thing is, I feel like Frodo or Marty McFly's face print would look a lot better for Tom Holland, and then his back expression is kind of a scared expression. And I really like the hood. I really love the torso. The torso is probably my favorite part of this minifigure. You can see like the Spider-Man logo. It just reminds me of Superman in a way. And then he has a kind of a blue, his Peter's classic blue jacket, and then of course he has like navy pants to kind of represent jeans, and I just really like this minifigure. I think they did a good job on it. However, I just wish they had a different face print. So now let's go on to my second favorite figure of this set. So this next minifigure is Mysterio, and yeah, I did lose a Power Blast piece, so if it says a number that's higher than the piece count that's on him right now, that's because that he would come with another Power Blast piece as seen in the box right here. But yeah, I really love this minifigure. I don't know why they included him in every single Far From Home set that came out this year, but I still really like it. He has kind of like the fishbowl, I think, and then he has the minifigure headpiece in a silver color. Really love that. His I guess magenta colored cape is just really nice. I love it so much. And then he has the dark green and I guess some magenta and gold printing on the back of his torso. His arms are just a normal dark green, and then he has golden hands, and his suit reminds me of a cross between like Iron Man and Superman. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, this just looks really nice. He has like so I guess some chest plating over here. Same kind of design as in the back, just a bit more, I guess, frontal because it's the front of his body. And then his legs, of course, he has like the metal shoes. I just really love the detail they put in this minifigure. It's definitely one of my favorite Marvel figures of all time. And now let's get into kind of a disappointing minifigure. All right, so I know I agree with everybody. This does not look like MJ, or I don't know who plays her actually. It's somewhere in my head, I just forget. But yeah, it just doesn't look like MJ at all. If you really wanted to make it look like MJ, change the face print maybe. I don't know. The face print is okay. It kind of matches her, but have Bellatrix Lestrange's from Harry Potter's hairpiece. That would be perfect. Unfortunately, I don't have that minifigure because she's very rare. But I don't really like the hairpiece that they use for her. I might switch it out eventually if I can find a good matching hairpiece. But if you do remove her, I don't think she has a second. Oh, she does have a second. Okay, this one. I like this one. I never saw this one I was building. However, I do really like this torso. I don't know why they chose this torso because, but I still like it. It's still good. I do like the torso, obviously, if I use it for my sig fig. But, and then she has the black pants, and, yeah, I wish this would be more accurate. But now let's get on to maybe another disappointing figure. I think Hydro Man looks okay without a stand being removed. Of course, he has like a kind of like a watery chest. I really don't know. It's kind of a weird figure. And to be honest, this is probably the most inaccurate part of the set because it's not really like a big, it's not like really a big thing at all. It's more like a mass, and it doesn't really look like it. And if anything, they should have had a brick built big fig like they did for Molten Man. But yeah, I do like the coloring on this, and I do like the face print a lot, but I don't really, and it kind of looks like Electro. If anything, it looks like Electro. But yeah, so okay figure. I really don't like the build of it that much. I'll get into that next, but yeah, that's kind of this for the minifigure portion of the video. Now that we have the minifigures out of the way, let's get right into the set. So if we put the minifigures aside, we'll see the stand that Hydro Man is actually on, which uses a lot of translucent blue pieces, and it's a lot of it's built on the side. There's also some plates. There's like the kind of teal. It's kind of like a tealish. It's like a light teal color. That's also used on Hydro Man, as I said before. And there's a few stickers throughout. I really didn't, when I was building the set, I didn't know where which specific one of the stickers belonged on, because I really didn't focus on that. I didn't even realize the stickers were supposed to be applied until after I finished this, and I realized there were stickers left. So that is a Hydro Man build. It's pretty cool. Don't really like the gaps in between it, but I still really like it. The boat that MJ's on includes like a kind of a staff piece in the tan color as like a kind of a paddle. And then the boat can fit about maybe 2 figures. You can probably squeeze 2 figures in here, maybe 3 if you're standing them. But it's a black boat and has red, and it's really nice. Reminds me of what we see in the movie. Now there are also some spiderweb pieces. I don't have all of them, but here's probably some. There's the handcuffs, which look. I guess we'll try it on Mysterio. So that's kind of what the handcuff piece looks like. It's really nice. First, I thought it was a dumbbell the first time I saw it. There's also a clip here that can like clip onto things. Like you can clip onto like here or something. And then over here is a kind of a web thing where you could have Peter shoot the thing out. It's kind of weird. But there are a lot of play features for a display set. So my favorite is that if you reach behind this, there's like a little... let's move the box back. There's like a little knob, and if you hit the knob... So around here on the back, of course, there's like a bunch of studs, but if you push this, which so that's kind of what that looks like, just to show you. It pops everything out. It pops these 2 things out, which have some tan things, and then there's like the slopes, and you could kind of see how that works. You just pull this back in, or the plate would do that itself. And I think it looks really nice. So now let's put these back on. All right, now that it's back on, you could see that there are some spider webs on the sides of the bridge, which looks really, it just looks okay. I think that's a bit too much spider webs everywhere. It doesn't really look that good. But there are a lot of studs, which I'm not the biggest fan of either, because I'm not gonna be playing with this. I'm more gonna be displaying this. So, however, you can get like Peter and just stick him on the side, like he's walking on the side of the wall, which looks pretty cool. So we also have this like little buoy thing over here that keeps falling every time I hit it. It's kind of annoying like that. There's some steps that lead up to the main part of the bridge, and of course you have the super nice archway that's kind of famous in Venice. And then there's a lamppost over here, and this kind of chain that is kind of like just to prevent people from falling into water. The chain will catch them. And in the water here, there is also a sewer drainage pipe or whatever. And there's also another one here, which is, there's not one, but like there's an archway. So basically what happens is you could have Hydro Man. He could be just swimming around, and he pushes this, and what would happen is this would go flying out like that. However, if you push it like that, it just keeps doing that, and it goes right back into position, which I'm not the biggest fan of. If I want it to be like, I would want it to be like that to make it look, I guess, normal. So there are chairs here, pretty simple, very simple chairs. The table I do like, actually. It's a blue table. There's a newspaper on it, which is something in Italian about Mysterio. There's a pizza and a coffee, because in Italy there is lots of pizza and lots of coffee. Also over here, there's a pretty nice lamppost. I actually really like that. And then there's a Florea's Cafe over here. I don't believe that was in the movie. I wish they actually instead made the jewelry shop that he goes into in the movie instead of, I guess, a coffee shop. But at the same time, I really like coffee. So over here, some flowers. And then you also do have some more kind of places for Peter to be running all over. There's a kind of some leaf pieces up here, which looks nice. There's a spider web, making sure everything's in frame here. There's a spider web which can move, and then the clock tower, which is very undersized, that Peter is trying to prevent from falling over when Mysterio causes a lot of property damage, I guess. And there's also a really nice archway into the cafe, and show you the inside of it. There's a little coffee dispenser, and there's a piece of coffee or a little cup of it, and that's pretty much it. And then the other feature I completely forgot about is inside here. It's not a feature, it's just a part. There's like a rat eating on a piece of pizza, and there's a diamond. That is pretty much it. So, yeah, that is it for the set. There's nothing really that much to it. I do love the set. I'm actually if I could find some pieces, I might consider expanding upon this, just like the bridge area, and just maybe add a couple shops. I'll make a video on it most likely, and just add some more blue plates, because I do really like this setup. I just wish there's a bit more to it. Obviously though, like, they absolutely ace the set. It's extremely accurate from the movie, and quite possibly one of my favorite Marvel sets of all time. I still think the airport battle is my favorite Marvel set. But yeah, that is it for this, you guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.